and change to our other guest, who's actually my wife. So, bless her little heart. When did this happen to you, Val? When did this happen to you?
This happened to me when I was 27, which is about 1979.
Right.
I bet you by year.
Year by year, yes.
Okay, I know it happened to both of us together.
Yes.
And can you remember the circumstances at the time, vaguely? What happened?
Well, yes. We were a typical professional family, and we were making a home. We were the typical... we were having children and we were setting up home, but we both knew that something was missing out of our lives. There was a great emptiness, and through a relationship crisis in the family, we were introduced to a lady called Anna, who was a committed Christian, and we took it upon ourselves to go and see her because we were curious and we knew that we were looking for something. We thought maybe this was it. So we went to see her, and she gave us the gospel straight down the line, didn't mince her words, and so we took it all in, and we went home and we thought about it, because frankly it was such a big commitment. We didn't want to do anything on the spur of the moment without considering the implications, which were huge. So we did go away and we thought about it, and during that period Richard and I went to see The Exorcist, and as we went in, there were some people from the local Baptist church handing out leaflets to say, if you are disturbed by this film, to ring up the number for help. And I very arrogantly cast it aside and said, well, I won't be needing that, thank you very much. Mm-hmm. But anyway, during the film, I was overcome by a fear that I'd never experienced before. It was totally all-encompassing, and I fled the theatre, went back home, and within a couple of days, I had committed my life to God, because I thought, well, if Satan is that real, then God has to be real too, and if he's out there, that's the side I want to belong to. Thank you. And so that's how it happened.
And thank you. And can you tell the viewers, I mean, it was a very radical conversion for both of us, actually. It happened more or less at identical time, within the same 24-hour period. But it did actually dramatically change our lives. And could you tell the viewers a little bit what our early life was like, what our house was like, with all these people coming and going, and how many churches we had in our house?
Well, yes, well, when Richard and I got saved, I would like to say that we were radically saved, and we trod where angels fear to, quite honestly, and we wanted to tell the whole world, in fact, to anybody who would listen. And we probably got rid of a few friends, I think, at this period, but we knew who our friends were, and extraordinary things happened in our home. We actually presented ourselves at a local church and announced that we were born again, and they said, well, terribly sorry, but we don't have those here. And we wandered from church to church trying to find a home, and eventually set up a house church in our own home. And actually we set one up, and it's still going strong today in our hometown. It's a big church, and we played host to another couple of house churches as well during that time.
So it was a very busy period, wasn't it? It was
a very busy period, and we had all sorts of people knocking at our doors, asking nuns, knocking at our doors, asking if they could be baptized in the Holy Spirit, and we said, yes, come in, and we'd be delighted to pray with you. And there were all sorts of really, truly wonderful things. It was probably at the height of the charismatic movement.
And we did have a lot of quite well-known speakers who visited our house, which got quite well-known, didn't it?
We did, we did,
yes.
Yes.
That was back in the 70s and 80s.